Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome back. Acting tip of the week with Chase Yee. And I really don't have anything like long drawn out that I want to, explain. But I do have one tip that I think is really important, and I sort of just had like an experience of it yesterday, so I think it's really relevant. The whole point of acting, like, auditioning and, trying to book roles and be successful, a lot of it just boils down to what you can control as an actor. Because so many things are out of your control. I mean, you can't have any sort of control over how a casting director perceives you, what a director thinks of you, if a producer likes the way you look. There's so many rounds of criticism and decisions that have to be made before you actually book a role. So you can't really worry about any of those things because, what can you do about it? Nothing. You're powerless, essentially. But the one thing you can control as an actor is your audition process. Your preparation is what you can control. That's something that you are totally 100% in control of. That if you don't prepare, if you don't set aside time to practice and rehearse those little movements and do all those nuances of a scene that are really going to make it worthwhile, then if you fail, if you don't book the role, essentially, then that's your fault, okay? It's important for you to hear that. Preparation, auditions, all those things, that's your responsibility as an actor. That's your job. Your job isn't to book the role. It's not to become famous. It's not to, make a certain amount of money. That stuff will come in time. But the first step is your audition process. You just preparing, what you can and then executing it to the best of your abilities. So that's always my mantra now. And since I've adopted that mindset, work has become plentiful, really. I've been booking things left and right. I actually just got a call 2 weeks ago. I booked a series regular role in a pilot, and it's going to be shooting next month. So I'm super stoked about that. And that just came from a self-tape audition. Now that everyone's at home, self-tapes are a huge thing right now. So I put out a tape, a few, like last month, about self-tapes. You can check that out. If you want to learn more about, what that process is like, how you can kind of do it yourself. I think it's really important. But I booked that pilot off of a self-tape. And I think it came in last minute. I think I got it on a Friday. They wanted a tape by the next day. I sat down all day, I rehearsed, I prepared myself, and then when the time came, I executed it the way I wanted, sent it out, and then I got really great results. So I'm looking forward to shooting that. Also, I just got a call a couple days ago from my agent saying that a film that I had auditioned for and actually booked the role, this was back in February. They were planning to shoot, but then things went on hiatus for a little while. But they just called me a couple days ago and said that they want to know if I'm available to shoot from, within the first 2 weeks of August. So now doing another film, after having that preparation, making it a really big point to be prepared, to be ready. And now I'm able to execute that here in August. So I think that's just a really important thing. And then going back to what happened to me yesterday. So yesterday I had a virtual, call audition for The Voice on NBC. And, it's a great show. Everybody, some really talented people come out of there. I think it's a really great way to showcase so much talent throughout the world that maybe doesn't really get a lot of attention. So anyway, yesterday they had these virtual open calls. So I had an audition slot for that I was invited to audition for. So that was really cool. And it was interesting because I think my first audition was supposed to be like June 12th, and then things got pushed back. So then they rescheduled my audition to June 26th. And I was pretty busy. I as you can see, we were doing that documentary, auditions a lot, just trying to kind of keep up with work. So I really tried to practice and, find my time to rehearse, play the song that I wanted to play. And you had two options. You could either do a video submission, so you could record a video on your own time and then submit it. I think you actually got to submit 2 videos. It's like 2 songs you could sing. Or you could wait for the audition day, and then you have a specific time, and then you'd have to log into your account for The Voice, right, that they make you set up. And then once your time slot arrives, you're welcomed into this portal, and then the screen starts recording right away, and you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to introduce yourself and sing your song. That's what I rehearsed over and over again, a few days this week. And I've played this song, you know, many, many times. It's Father and Son by Cat Stevens. So I've done that a lot. It's a song I know, it's a song I love. So that's the one I decided to go with. But the process of the audition is what you need to rehearse, is what you need to execute, right? Because I need to be able to be ready. Once that timer starts, okay, a minute, 30 seconds, I can say my name, where I'm from, the song I'm going to sing the song, and then end it all within that time frame. And I felt very good about the audition. I rehearsed it a bunch. I actually filmed it right here in my office. I was sitting on my couch over here. So I think that went really well. And regardless, I didn't move on to the next round, okay? I'm an okay singer. I'm not like great. You know, I have fun. But it's a great opportunity to audition anyway, right? So it's practice, it's auditions, it's staying in that mindset of being ready on a moment's notice, preparing what you can execute. And although I didn't move on to the next round for the show, I can still feel very good in the fact that I prepared what I wanted and I executed what I wanted. I was able to play the song, you know, on the fly like that, no mistakes, felt very good. And then, like I said, those decisions that come after the fact, those are things I can't control. For whatever reason, who knows? They might say, oh, we don't want any more people from LA, whatever, or, you know, his voice isn't that great, or, you know, his guitar playing is just okay, or this person just played guitar and we just accepted that person, so we can't accept this person. There's so many variables that go into deciding who gets a role that you just can't stress yourself out. If you don't book a role, you can't be like, oh my God, I suck, I'm terrible, I'll never... No, because you don't realize, you know, booking roles is really like your personality, your character aligning perfectly with the creators or the timing of another project or the other people who are cast. You need to be able to look the part alongside them. It's a really tricky process. Casting is a tough process. So, aside from all those things, what you can control is just your preparedness, okay? Your work as an actor. Executing what you prepare. That's my biggest tip ever. And since I've adopted that, since I've started really ingraining that into my lifestyle and my work as an actor, as a creator, it's become so much more powerful and beneficial to me. And I hope that you can kind of take away that same understanding. So regardless if you book roles or not, you know, I didn't get to move on to the second round, whatever, that doesn't matter. I can relish in the fact that I executed what I prepared. And when you can do that, I think it's just going to bring more success to you and to your life, and it's just going to make you a happier person, a happier artist in the long run too. And then when that time does come for you to shine, and it's your moment, you're going to be ready. And it's going to feel like a piece of cake. So... that's my acting tip of the week. I hope it's helpful. You know, maybe just some words of wisdom, some inspiration that you can pull. Doyen Artist is here. You know, me, Josh, my friend Ariel, we're all together trying to create really cool content for you guys. I hope you like this. If you do, you know, have any comments about acting or whatever, or tips that you think work for yourself, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. You can find us online, doyenartist.com. At Doyen Artist. You can connect with me on Instagram or online if you want to talk more about acting or just kind of learn more about what you can do, or if you have anything you just want to talk about, you know, acting related, I'm down. So find me on Instagram at ChaseYee_. And just want to thank you all so much for watching. And tune in next week for another acting tip of the week with me. I might even try to find, I have a ton of acting friends here in Los Angeles and creators, so maybe I'll try to hook up with somebody that we can kind of do like a really cool interview, kind of change up the setting a little bit, because I've been trapped inside for a little too long already, it seems. Have a great weekend, everybody. Talk to you soon. Peace.